Cybersecurity ensures that we can protect these systems, protect the data that belongs to the companies, and of course that belongs to us as consumers. In the past, when we would share information, it was typically not in a digital form. Most of the time, when we wanted to talk to each other, we would share a coffee with one another at a coffee shop. And nowadays, when we want to talk to one another, we will chat through our social media accounts. Similarly, when we wanted to raise a cab, we wanted to hail a cab, in the USA, we would raise our hands on the side of a street. And now we use an app to call for a taxi. Even ordering food online is something that people are doing nowadays. And of course, reading information. Of course, we have all these books around us which people still use. People used to read newspapers on the train on their way to work. Now everybody is consumed by reading the news in their digital forms on their phones or on their computers. So all this information and places where we are consuming things is moving more and more towards a digital format. And what that means is that those digital pieces of information and how we're using it is all becoming accessible online. So in terms of extremism and terrorism, and now we talk about cyber terrorism, it is important to maintain the integrity of our accounts, because as our accounts get hacked, it is possible for cyber terrorists to use this information to share your information and sell your information online and through the dark web. And once that information is in the hands of very bad people like terrorists, then it can be used against you and potentially used to recruit others. People in the terrorist world can pretend to be you, even though you may not represent those beliefs. They can be used to pretend that you do, and used in terms of their recruiting and propaganda. So there are plenty of risks associated with a lack of knowledge or a lack of security in the digital world. A lot of bad actors are trying to steal your information, and that can come in a number of ways, and that can be used in a number of ways. For example, if you have a registered account at a website and that website gets hacked, those bad actors can steal your personal information, your name, your email address, your address at your home, telephone number, but also can steal more important information like your credit card number, your social security number, and financial information. So the range of risks vary from your personal information, which can then be used to try and impersonate you, all the way to financial information, where they can actually steal money from your bank account and your assets. So it's very extreme and very dangerous, and all this information is online right now, and that's why it's really important for us as consumers to try our best to protect it with strong passwords and strong integrity. Certain ways we can do this, at the most basic level, even if you are not a technologist or computer scientist, first of all is to have very strong passwords for your accounts. Try to make passwords that are very difficult to guess for people, and usually that are not single words like password or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an example. These are very simple and basic passwords, not very strong. We want to make sure that we have strong passwords in all of your accounts. Similarly, we want to make sure that you have different passwords in all of your accounts. Because if one of your accounts is hacked and you have the same password across all of your accounts, then those bad actors can then access all the other accounts that you have, because typically your username is your email address. So it's very important to keep yourself safe online, keep yourself secure, and make sure you do everything possible in that regard.